I'm a senior at the University of Illinois at Chicago. That's where I go to school. I'm a classics major, a history major, and I'm graduating in about 3 months. And like many college students across the country, my particular college, because it is a public institution, is facing a lot of budget is facing a budget crisis. Okay, many institutions are running out of money. If you, I'm from the state of Illinois. We're bankrupt. Like many states, we're bankrupt. On a much larger scale than many other states, our governor, who's going to be stamping license plates pretty soon, Blagojevich, somehow ran up an $11 billion deficit that the state can't pay for. And one of the ways that the state is trying to make up the money, at least right now, that this could change if we vote in a new governor in 9 months, is there's not providing the funds to the University of Illinois at Chicago or any of the U of I campuses in the state. The university is apparently owed $400 million by July 1. They've received less than 10 million, and they're probably not going to get it. So the university is doing things to cut money. Specifically, they're giving professors furlough days. If you don't know what a furlough day is, the city of Chicago has been doing them for the past couple of years, which is essentially forced time off where you're not paid. The city of Chicago shuts down every time they do one because they don't run, trash service or any public enterprise. And I don't, and I don't really give a shit. I think public enterprise is bad, and you would know that if you watch any more of my videos. But I'm pointing out this specific instance that at my college, because I don't like public education. I'm adamant that all forms of education would be run much better if the first point of the school was to make profit. Okay, because I don't think that a school that is setting out to make profit is going to go bankrupt as commonly as every college in the America is going right now. But I'm pointing this out, this budget crisis, for one hysterical specific reason. You see, I picked up my copy of the student newspaper, the UIC Flame, today, and the front page story was that my university, in this budget crisis that we're apparently having, spent $68,000 on a fucking toilet. Think about that for a second, and I'll repeat it. They spent $68,000 on a single toilet. Now, what kind of toilet is this, do you ask? Is it like that one CEO of that one bank who spent, what was it, $300,000 on a golden shitter? No, it wasn't. It wasn't quite that nice. But in a building that houses the majority of the offices for the professors, on the fourth floor where the dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences is, they built a new bathroom apparently in secret because the UIC newspaper just broke this the other day. And it's a bathroom specifically for three types of people, and an unofficial fourth. But the three official are people with disabilities, nursing mothers apparently that are going to UIC, and transgender people. The fourth unofficial one that the newspaper alluded to is that the dean of LAS didn't like having to take the elevator up one floor to take a leak. So he demanded that they build a new bathroom on his floor so he didn't have to be inconvenienced by using an elevator like everyone else did before him. Okay, now before I go on, I want to state something. I'm not blatantly against the three people that the bathroom is supposed to serve. I'm not making this because I'm necessarily angry at disabled people, transgender people, or nursing mothers. Okay, I'm not condemning these groups for needing a bathroom. Okay, and I'm certainly not condemning them for any choices they make. I don't obviously hate children or necessarily even hate transgender people and shit like that. But the point I'm trying to make is that, like any person who reads this story, I want to know how the fuck the university justified building a $68,000 bathroom for these people who I've never met a transgender person at UIC. I've never met a nursing mother at UIC or any of these people. Um, how the university justified building this bathroom when they're giving out furlough days to professors that essentially amounts to anywhere between a $1,000 and $3,000 pay cut for the professors, at least for this semester, and it's probably going to continue over in the coming years. On top of that, my university has also announced that they're raising the cost of living for dorms and shit like that 6%, and there's probably going to be a tuition hike in the near future, and supposedly the dean, who I just implied probably wanted this bathroom for his own personal use, wants it to be as high as 9.5%, okay? This is where public education, which is supposed to be the wonderful enterprise that gives kids an affordable education, it's now costing more than $20,000 to live on campus at any one of the U of I campuses. Okay, but again, I want to bring up this, and I want to go into detail actually with this bathroom because you might ask, well, what kind of bathroom is it? It must be nice if it costs $70,000. No, no, no. They showed one picture of it on the newspaper. It's a single toilet and a single sink and a single mirror. They did some paint jobs, I guess. They put in new tile. They had to widen the wall and put in new pipes. But it's certainly not anything glamorous like a CEO or executive washroom you might find at a big corporation. Okay, it's essentially a shitter and a mirror. Okay. Now I don't know how the fuck they ran up $70,000 on a single toilet. I have a good idea. I have an idea that they didn't shop around for the best contractor, or they simply didn't care what the price was because they said, you know, the fucking kids are going to pay for it with more tuition anyway. You know, we're not going to shop around for the best price like any sensible person would if they were actually spending their own fucking money. But again, I'm raising this point uh, as a knock against public enterprise in general, because this is a clear example of something, and that's public waste. The most criticisms that traditional conservatives, classical liberals, libertarians, whatever you call people like me, anarchists too, I suppose, against public-run anything is that there's a tremendous amount of waste. And many people say, well, that's bullshit. There's no waste. There's no problem. Well, you know, when you're building toilets that cost $70,000 that are serving probably no more than 20 people on a 25,000 student campus, and is probably, in all honesty, being built for the single dean that didn't want to walk upstairs to take a shit. It's hard to it's hard to like public enterprise when you're doing things like that, and that's my main point. Um, I'm going to complain about this. I'm probably going to go see the dean and ask him why this toilet was necessary. Again, this isn't really going to affect me in 3 months. I graduate in 3 months, but I feel bad for everyone else standing behind me. And again, I'm not a defender of public education. And again, I would, if UIC was privatized, I think it would be great for the university. But again, I'm pointing out this is the example of waste that people like me bitch about. Okay, this is when we say, you know, trusting the government with money in any industry is going to lead to invariable waste. When I heard about this, it reminded me of the one thing that John Stossel did on 2020 when he talked about the outhouse that was built in some fucking national park for $1 million. Okay, no outhouse, just as no outhouse should cost $1 million. A single toilet bathroom shouldn't cost $70,000. But this is the example of waste that you see in the government all the fucking time. So again, if you want to look up the story, go to UIC.com. The newspaper is the UIC Flame. It's in the newest issue, I guess the January issue or whatever it is. You can read about it yourself. It was severely entertaining to me and just hysterical at the same time. But yeah, $68,000 for a toilet. Does anyone besides me think that's crazy? Because it sounds fucking nuts to me. Yeah.